Hello and welcome to this edition of SUNY Coby News. I'm your host, Vlasis Karatamas, and this is a student-produced newscast staffed by those enrolled here in the communications program at SUNY Cobleskill. Thanks for joining us. An unusual sight recently occurred on campus, up in the old quad. A construction crew were seen on the rooftop of the Home Economics building working on the chimney and areas of the exterior sidewall. However, this could be just routine maintenance, as the building has been lying dormant for quite some time. Campus officials are determining the best way to utilize the historical site for the future. The Home Ec building is one of the 4 original education locations, dating back to the very beginning of what SUNY Cobleskill would eventually become. Since hardly anyone goes inside regularly, students and the community are left to wonder what might happen to the building. When the Home Economics building was first constructed in 1928, it housed 2 home ec programs in the basement, while the campus cafeteria occupied the main floor. Regardless of the plans the campus may have in store, it is a good sign that the original campus academic structure is being met with ongoing efforts for maintenance and upkeep. While no concrete plans have been made public, we'll keep you up to date with the latest here on SUNY Coby News. Many students do not realize the campus of SUNY Cobleskill offers a shuttle service. However, it is separate from the Schoharie County public bus system. The shuttle operates a fixed route that runs at the start of every hour between 7:40 a.m. and to 2:40 p.m. Each trip takes 15 minutes long. The route begins at the C and W lots and ends at the Animal Science buildings, while making stops at Suffolk Circle, the Old Quad, and Canner. One of our producers, Carrie Kane, tested how long this service takes from Canner to Suffolk Circle and back. At a brisk pace, Carrie timed his walk at the shuttle stop, located between Canner and the carriage house, passing Champlin, and made it behind Knapp Hall, arriving at Suffolk Circle in just over 8 minutes. However, when Carrie took the shuttle, it stopped in the Old Quad before heading back onto Schoharie Parkway. Despite some detours, traveling on the shuttle had cut down 2 minutes. When students take the shuttle vans, there are some designed with high ceilings so that the drivers can operate a lift for those in wheelchairs. Students have expressed their concerns about the shuttle operations. Director of Communications, Jason Politi, stated the route on the website should be changed, describing it as a loop when in actuality it's a one-way hourly run. Shuttle vans can prove useful for students when their schedule aligns, especially during bad weather conditions or if you are disabled. There's more coming up. You're watching SUNY Coby News from the media production facilities here on the campus of SUNY Cobleskill. Stay with us.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to SUNY Coby News. I'm Vlasis Karatamas. This show is a collaborative effort of the 2- and 4-year communication students enrolled here at SUNY Cobleskill. Thanks for watching. Job opportunities throughout campus are starting to accept applicants for the 2025 and 2026 academic year. By having a job in conjunction of being a full-time student, it helps with the financial struggles that come with college. Working on a campus even provides students with more opportunities in the future. Director of Student Leadership and Orientation, James D'Amico, talks more about the benefits of these positions.
For a lot of people, it's their first time having a job. So gaining that experience and knowledge is key and crucial in how you're going to apply that once you leave college. Um, with work-study positions on campus, they're supposed to be complementing your academic experiences. So having a work-study position really assists overall. Having a job on campus gives you that experience, but also some sort of engagement on campus. Students who are engaged in some sort of form, whether it's a job opportunity or some other extracurricular experience, uh, it keeps them here at SUNY Cobleskill, and it just helps create that sense of community and belonging.
If you're interested in an on-campus job or are looking for a work-study position, then be sure to check out SUNY Cobleskill on the Handshake app. You can also visit the Handshake website by typing www.joinhandshake.com to help advance your career opportunities and alleviate those soon-to-be piling college bills. Feeling a little murdery at the moment? Then the Esports Club has an event that'll tickle your fancy. Not to be confused with the SUNY Cobleskill's own competitive gaming team, the Esports Club is hosting a small LAN party at the Unity Center, playing the hit game of 2020, Among Us. Try and figure out which person is the imposter and who is an innocent crew member right before your very eyes. Try to do your absolute best to keep a straight face while interrogating one another. Accuse each other in a battle of wits, or be that one guy who likes to promote chaos for absolutely no reason in particular. You're guaranteed to have a good time right before the finals creep up on you through the ventilation systems. For those that wish to come, the event will be held at the Bauck Hall Unity Center on Thursday the 10th. This deadly game will begin at 7 p.m. and last until 9 o'clock. However, members of the Esports Club strongly suggest that you must bring your own devices in order to play on the server. This includes a laptop, smartphone, or tablet, a Nintendo Switch, heck, even a Steam Deck. The list goes on, folks. Free snacks will be provided to any participating gamers that show up. Word on the street is that you won't get any snacks if you get picked as the imposter. Nobody likes you. Stay with us after the break as Jason Whitley will be here with your complete weather forecast for Cobleskill and the surrounding areas. That's next, right here on SUNY Coby News.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Here at SUNY Cobleskill are helping to prepare the next generation of media professionals. You can help us do that by supporting the SUNY Cobleskill College Foundation. Your tax-deductible contributions help students gain real-world hands-on experience in media content creation and journalism, just like what we're bringing you right now here on SUNY Coby News. Welcome back to SUNY Coby News. I'm Vlasis Kara-Thomas.
And I'm Jason Wilty for SUNY Coby Weather. How's it going, Vlas?
Pretty good, Jason. You know, we kind of had a bit of a rough patch with the weather's changing so infrequently. I don't know if you noticed, but there's been like some flurries hanging around.
Absolutely. I saw them myself. It's getting really cold out there. I'm not a fan of it myself.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get around this time of year.
Oh, no, you don't.
That's for sure.
And so what might be coming our way, if you don't mind telling us?
Let's go take a look right now at our current conditions. So right now in Cobleskill, we've got a partly cloudy skies that will reach a high of 40 degrees. It'll be around 10 to 20 miles an hour when it comes to the winds. Taking a look into this evening's forecast, tonight it's still going to be partly cloudy, hitting a low of 25 degrees, which might get worse given that the winds will continue to be blowing at 10 miles an hour. Going into tomorrow, we're looking at yet another cloudy day. There might be a chance of showers leading into the afternoons and then some into the night, with another chance for more snow to fall when the temperatures begin to as well. For Friday, it's looking like we're once again seeing a stormy day with the temps rising up to 45 degrees, with winds coming around 10 to 15 miles an hour. And Saturday will be looking like it'll start with some flurries in the morning and then lead into rain by day's end. Winds will be around 10 or 15 miles an hour. And finally, Sunday is looking like it's going to shape up to be a dull day with how cloudy it's going to be all throughout, with wind conditions once again being 10 to 15 miles per hour. And finally, taking a look at our extended forecast, the prophets here are certainly starting to show. For Monday, we've got mostly cloudy skies reaching a high of 62 with a low of 46 leading into the night. While Tuesday may be a brighter day, we're still going to see some clouds as the day goes on, as it reaches a high of 56 and a low of 37. Wednesday may not be as warm when clocking it at a high of 45 and a low of 34. However, we are still going to have a semi-clear day regardless. Thursday may even see a little less of the clouds as the temps begin to peak at 51 degrees and drop back down to 37. Then Friday will leave us with, you guessed it, yet another cloudy day, but with a twist of higher temperatures reaching 56 degrees with a low of 40.
Yeah, well, it really does look like we don't know what we're going to get with how frequently it's going from cold to warm and then cloudy and not so much.
You never know. It could be cold and a nice day out, nice and clear, or it could be the opposite.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jason, for that weather update. We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
You're watching SUNY Coby News from the video production studio on the campus of SUNY Cobleskill. Stay with us.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to SUNY Coby News. Now let's switch over to Will Molesky as he talks with Professor Edward Stander about the Campus Observatory.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of Campus Views. I'm your host, Will Molesky, and today I have a very, very lovely guest here today, being Professor Stander. So, Stander, I have a Professor, I have a question for you. So, on campus, we have an observatory.
Yeah.
Correct, okay.
Yeah.
And so, with that observatory, is there any possible way for any students to be able to gain access into it, be it a class or just a club, or?
Sure. All you have to do is, well, if you're in the class, then we go up there at least once or twice for the semester.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in the class, then just have to come and see me and we'll work out something.
Mm.
The big problem is that we have maybe 2 clear nights a year here in New York. So you can't really book anything because chances are you're not going to be able to get in.
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what class would that be just for, you know,
astronomy.
Astronomy? Oh, well,
Yep.
That makes sense.
Sure does.
But, you know, I always see it walking around. Kind of does look like a grain silo, but, you know, it's nice to know that some students on campus are able to, you know, be able to access that.
Sure. I mean, it's as good as any observatory in the world, except that it's a little bit, as I say, it's a little bit hard to get to,
Right.
get into, and it's very rare that we can get the lights down enough to really be able to see stuff, but it's a good observatory otherwise.
So I have a question about the observatory. So has there any been like astrological like events that have happened that have been able to be seen by the observatory? Like
sure. I mean, last year we did the eclipse. We're always watching. There's actually a star up there that has that eclipses all the time, every
really?
5 days, and we've been doing measurements of that for the last 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's really cool that you're able to see that star and be able to research that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would definitely help a bunch of students to further understand,
Sure. Well, considering the star is about 500 million light years away, it's
it would be kind of hard to see. Yeah, right. yeah. But I do have another question because I've seen it all over the Instagrams and whatnot. Because whenever the Aurora Borealis shows up,
mm-hmm.
I always see it all over the socials about how look, it's Aurora Borealis. So, would you be able to get a better view of said Aurora Borealis?
No.
No? Okay.
No, the Borealis is so big that effectively it's a lot easier to see with your eyes. In fact,
right.
The eclipse as well is so much more interesting if you could actually watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, I have a personal question. So, out of all of the astrological events you've ever seen in your life, what had to be your favorite?
My favorite? Well, it's coming, actually. It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
There's a star that's about to go supernova, and they've been watching it for a long time, and every day we take a measurement of it to see whether it's getting brighter or brighter.
Right.
And when it does get brighter, it's going to be probably twice as bright as Venus in the sky. Wow. So it'd be pretty cool to watch. So we've been following that. This should happen within this year.
Right. Wow, that's actually really interesting.
It's cool.
And
unfortunately, not much changes in the sky, so you have to take what you can get.
yeah. But now that I think about it, you would able to see it from the observatory?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. But I just think it's really interesting because of all this stuff that's happening in the stars and whatnot. I think it's really interesting to see.
Well, the one thing that we can do with the observatory, which is really cool, is see clouds of gas, which you can't see with your eye. You have to be able to use certain filters for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you wind up having to take, sometimes 100, 200 pictures of it in order to get enough light to be able to see it. And that sort of stuff is really fun because it's pretty, it looks cool. It's what you see in all the pictures if you look at the magazines. And we can actually do that there, provided we have the right environment, we have the right day without clouds.
Right.
So it makes it worthwhile.
Weather out here is not the best, but...
No, it's a big problem.
Yeah. But unfortunately, this is all we have, the time we have for our interview here with our lovely professor. So this is... I'm your host, Will Molesky. This is a Student Power production, and see us next time on SUNY Cobleskill Campus Views.
Thanks for that insightful conversation, Will. You can let us know what you want to see on the next edition of SUNY Coby News. Just DM us at SUNY Cobby.com on any of our social media platforms. Well, that's all for this edition of SUNY Coby News from right here in the video production studio located on the second floor of the Van Wagen Library building. For more information about the 2- and 4-year communication programs here at SUNY Cobleskill, including our new agricultural communications program, visit www.cobleskill.edu today. You can also find the SUNY Cobleskill communication programs on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Following the hashtag SUNYCobyCom will also help you to stay caught up to date with us. Again, I'm Vlasis Thomas, and thanks for joining us today. We'll see you on the next edition of SUNY Coby News.